So we're now walking all the way back home now. As soon as the club activities were finished, Rena flew off, probably so she could dig out that cute Colonel Sanders that she was unable to last time. Hang on. Colonel Sanders that she was unable to take home yesterday. So today, it was just Mion and me walking home. It was just Mion and me walking home together, a rather rare occurrence. A mountain of treasure, huh? The guys throwing it away never thought in their wildest dreams that Rena would be grateful to them. Mountains of treasure, meaning that damn construction site was from before. Alright, Mion would probably tell me. That murder by dismemberment that seemed to happen here before. I don't know why I said it like that. Over there, you know, that at that damn construction site. Did something happen there? Long ago? Something sure did. A grand battle. There were sit-ins and demonstrations. It was a bit different from what I wanted to hear, but I decided to just listen just the same. It was our land that was going to be sunk into the damn reservoir. I would have thought as well, probably. The government guys were really adamant about it, acting all big and full of themselves, since they figured out that they wouldn't settle it with money. They did a bunch of nasty stuff. They were nasty guys. Mion spoke excitedly, as if the whole thing was happening right in front of her. I'm amazed you guys would. You're facing the federal government, right? The mayor and prominent figures in the village all signed petitions. They went to Tokyo and struck deals with the legislators. As a result, the development plan was retracted. It is our complete victory. Ha 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 ha. There wasn't any violence, was there? Like assaults or murders? None. She probably cut me off. The same as Rena. Her words signaled the end of the discussion. Tomimaki-san said one arm wasn't found in the incident. I thought that was a murder by dismemberment had occurred, but I guess I was wrong. My curiosity unsated, I sighed dejectedly inside. Later, see you tomorrow. Can't remember what the actual truth behind that incident is off the top of my head now. Nope, I'm drawing a blank for that. Anyway, you can't wash that off until you get home, got it? I got it, I won't. Mion held back her laughter while stealing glances at my face. I wonder what kind of nasty doodles they drew. They drew a massive dick on his forehead. Damn you, Mion, you shall rule this day. If our roles are ever reversed, I'm going to slap it on. All over your face, so you won't be able to take it off, even with a scouring pad. Upon arriving home, I ran straight into my room, embarrassing myself yet again. What did they draw on your face? Pray tell us. No, okay, we're not gonna know, because the mood I come home was already on edge. It's not an uncommon thing in our family. Whenever Dad can't come up with a good idea, it always ends up like this. He stalks around the house with his arms crossed. Mom whispered into my ear, "Welcome home, Keiichi. Dad, he's in a bit of a rut right now, so don't bother him, okay?" You can't come up with a new idea? It's because the deadlines are so close together this time. Your dad needs time to recharge or he doesn't work as well. Dad's paintings feed our family. If he runs out of ideas, it's the end of the Maibaras. We've never gone hungry before. Could it be that my dad is a master painter? Wouldn't it be easier to get an idea taking a walk outside rather than wandering around the house? The theme of this piece this time is in the household, so it seems your dad wanted to use this house as a motif. Quite a bothersome motif. Keiichi, pick up your room, it looks terrible. Sorry, I'll clean it up later. Ah, come on, don't use my room as the motif. Keiichi, there's still some time before dinner, so please take a walk out back or something. That was the mom, I guess. I guess that was the... His bad mood is only temporary. As soon as he gets an idea, his mood improves and he starts humming. Until then, it wouldn't be a bad idea to just take a walk so I don't aggravate him further. Well, I guess I will then. Off to a walk we go. I said I was going to take a walk, when I didn't have any particular destination in mind. I just needed to kill some time. Maybe we should help out Rena with that Colonel Sanders that she wants so badly. I got on my bike and pondered where to go. I could go read at the bookstore, but it would take an hour by bike to get to town. It would be dark by the time I got back, so I didn't want to go unless I had to. The roads at night here in Himizawa creep me out. If Mion or Sakato ever found out about that, I smile wryly. Oh yeah, Rena was probably still at the Mountain of Treasure, the damn construction site. The excavation of Colonel Sanders was probably taking her a while. It wouldn't be so bad to have her owe me one. You might return the favour next time we have club activities. With a little bit of self-interest in mind, I set off towards the dam construction. Onikakishi might be there as well. The only person with information about the incident that both Rena and Mion denied know anything at all. If I met him again, I'd like to ask him for more details. To ask, was there really a dismemberment here in Hinamizawa? That was my real intention. Listening to the brooks once again. Boy, it's really like kind of out the way from this village, isn't it? Then again, it is a dam, I guess, so it would be out of its way. I spotted Rena struggling up on the slope of the garbage pile. It looked like Colonel Sanders was lodged in there pretty firmly. It didn't look like Rena would be able to excavate him by herself. Realizing that Tomitake-san wasn't around, I began climbing up the slope unsteadily. Hey Rena, looks like you're still working up a sweat. Whoa, Keiichi-kun. What brings you to a place like this? A place like this, huh? I see, she was aware of that, at least. I received a signal for emergency assistance at the accident site. Where is the injured party? Huh? Accident? Huh? Well, there was a report. Colonel Sanders was buried alive in the trash pile. Huh? Oh, that. You scared me. Don't frighten me like that, Keiichi-kun. I was just kidding. I thought you might be struggling by yourself, so I came to help you out. Huh? You came for me? Oh, well, I filled my quota for today. If I don't see Rena blush at least once a day, then I'm not getting my daily required nutritional intake. One of the necessary food groups that we need. Just kidding, you're embarrassing me now. So, what part was the joke? What part was it? I just ignore her bewilderment. Okay, now move out of the way. So where is Colonel Sanders? Ah, sorry. Can't you see him in that gap? He's really buried in there. Colonel Sanders was sideways, surrounded by boards and other construction materials like they were caging him inside. According to Rena, it wasn't like this yesterday. It seems as though another illegal dumper came yesterday, dumped again, and now he's buried like this. You're trying to move this pile all by yourself? With these scrawny arms of yours? There's no way she would be able to do that with her slender arms. But Colonel Sanders, so cute! There's a chain on Colonel Sanders at the store. This one, though, I should be able to take home. How? If Rena gives up on Colonel Sanders, she'll probably start devising a plan to steal the one in front of the store. As Rena's guardian, I won't allow her to sully her hands of crime. Out of the way, I'll do it. Rena blushed again, but this time I left it alone. The pile was enormous. Also, the more days we waited, the more likely another illegal dumping would occur. If it got buried any deeper, there would be nothing that could be done. Keiichi-kun, I'll help too. Let me help. You'll just get in the way, so stay back. Pulling out scraps, bending them, tossing them aside, I quickly became covered in sweat and dust. Is it fine to be just throwing all this about? Flying objects drew beautiful arcs across the twilight sky, one after another. Lumber, timber, plywood. Damn it! No matter how much I threw out, there was still more, even though I could see Colonel Sanders right there. After grandstanding like that in front of Rena, I felt frantic because of how little I had progressed. If I was going to do this seriously, I needed an axe or a saw or something. That's enough, Keiichi-kun. You're so sweaty. You don't have to try so hard. I'm just doing it for you, Rena. Don't worry about it. Rena began spurting around and turned beet red. Ah, whoops. I meant I was trying my best so as to keep her from becoming a criminal. Ah, well. And then night came down and it was rather dark over here. I guess I just need a break. This is pretty tough. I sprawled on my back over the grassy slope. I'm so sorry. You're covered in sweat. And I patted a handkerchief against my forehead. It felt pretty nice. Wait here a minute, okay? My house is pretty close. I'll bring you some barley tea, okay? Leaving the handkerchief on my forehead, Rena took off running even. The cries of the Higurashi gently cooled the air. After I was certain that Rena was gone, I picked myself up and head towards what I discovered earlier. Hang on, wait, what? That was a garbage pile of magazines and newspapers bound in twine. Unless I'm mistaken, I believe it was around here. There it was. They were bound stacks of not so reputable tabloids. They were stacked chronologically going back quite a few years. It was quite a disturbing incident. It seems they haven't been able to find one of the arms, you see. It was as if Tomitake-san said, then undoubtedly there would be mention of the murder. There are troubled times. There are no end to these sickening incidents. There are large parts of society drawn in by these incidents as well. So it had to be recorded. Somewhere. I unfastened the packages and opened the rain-soaked pages carefully, looking over the table of contents. Not here. Next one. Not here. Next one. It was hard to search since I didn't know when it happened. I didn't know who the perpetrator or the victim was either. I only knew it had happened here. I looked up every so often, checking to see if Rena had come back or not. I wouldn't want her to see me gawking at a dirty magazine, but it wasn't just that. Both Rena and Mion said they didn't know, but it had happened without a doubt. As long as Tomitake-san wasn't lying. Then if both Rena and Mion, there was. If they had just said that, then I wouldn't have gotten so hung up on it. An incident that neither Rena nor Mion wished to talk about. Trying to uncover it after they tried to conceal it out of good intentions, that made me feel like I was acting against my friends. Hinamizawa dam worker lynching, murder by dismemberment. Here it is. The featured article was in the back. The featured article was in the back, and it seemed that there was a photographer. There was a photograph in the coloured pages at the front. The pages of the featured articles were stuck together and weren't easy to open. When I could return at any moment, feeling rushed, I gave up and opened the photograph page. The police investigators were carrying a body bag, and newspaper reporters were bathing it in camera flashes. The image was blurry and hard to understand, but I definitely could make out the headlines. A tragic nightmare at the Hinazawa construction site. Lynching and murder and dismemberment. The victim was the site foreman. He had assaulted his assailants daily with an explosive backlash from his daily actions. It's a horrible image to see the site foreman as it happened. It really did happen. You see, the details were on the next page. I turned the page without pausing. On it was... Oh god, no. The world's turned negative. It's not good. Oh, the assailants butchered the victims with hatchets and pickaxes, then used their axes to split the cadaver into 6 pieces: the head, arms, legs, and torso. I thought it was an also scroll. Sorry, I was rushing that. I could understand just from the headline that it was just too terrible an incident. Normally a lynching is just an assault and murder, right? Dismemberment with hatchets and pickaxes. That wasn't a lynching. It was a merciless killing to the letter, a brutal murder, done by a group of people. With hatchets, with pickaxes, with an axe. Sorry. Did I startle you? Rena dropped the axe she was holding onto the grass after being startled by my voice. Keiji-kun, you see, earlier, you said it would help. You said it would help if you had an axe, didn't you? So then I bought an axe for you from the shed. Rena fluttered her arms. Not flustered. Okay. Rena fluttered her arms in panic, continuing to explain and apologize. It seemed I'd been glaring at her pretty intensely. I'm sorry. I guess my reaction was a bit overboard. No, I'm sorry as well. I'm sorry. Night was drawing close. I was pretty worn out and it wouldn't hurt to do the rest tomorrow. It doesn't look like we can break that last beam without an axe. You bought it after all. I'll have to borrow it tomorrow, alright? Okay. Why do you look so glum? Tomorrow we'll be digging out Colonel Sanders, right? You're right. Ha 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 ha. I really want to take Colonel Sanders home soon. We both knew that it was useless to apologise any more than that. I quenched my thirst with the barley tea Rena bought and wiped the sweat that had gone and wipe off the sweat that had gone cold. We took the path to head home. I felt quite guilty about the tabloid wrapped up in my jacket. So it's taking the piece of newspaper back home, and we shall read more about this incident soon, whenever we do a transition. We're fading into black. And we're starting to receive more tips, okay. We got Rena's face as an achievement. One man's trash is another man's treasure. Save it here then. Okay.